Hello, am I audible? Can someone tell me if I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. My apologies for joining slightly late. Allow me a moment. I'll share the flyer. Allow me a moment. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. I welcome you all to this outreach session. And today we will be discussing three Aditi challenges. The problem statement number 2 of Aditi, that is adaptive camouflage for Alpha Bravo vehicles. We shall be discussing problem statement number 4, that is AI as service along with infrastructure setup, and problem statement number 5, that is MBLM system. So, Colonel Birampal sir, are you here with us?
Yeah, Sakshi, I'm there.
Right, sir. Sir, I would like you to give a brief about what the problem statement is, and thereafter startups will ask any questions if they may have. So you can start.
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay. This is the challenge which we have floated in the Aditi 2.0, which is related to adaptive camouflage. What we intend to have it that in the system, we can be detected by the SAR also, TI systems also, and visually also. We want to avoid that system that we get detected at a particular range. So what we want is that we should get blended with the environment. We should be able to not to get detected by the enemy, and we should be able to continue to see the enemy with our own sight systems. So what we want, a system which is modular, a system which is compact, lightweight, which can be actually fitted and detached. And that system should not be detected by using the SAR image, SAR systems or the TI systems by the enemy, and the visual systems. This is what the system is all about. It should be applicable for the armored fighting vehicles also, and the normal light vehicles also. This is what the challenge is. If there is anything additional you want to know, I will make an endeavor to answer.
Okay, startups who can ask questions related to this problem statement, and sir will reply to you.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. This is Ajay. So, sir, how this need is satisfied currently in terms of adaptive camouflage, which is around the environment?
As of now, there is nothing which is existing with the equipment as such, which can make us to blend with the environment except for the passive measures. That is, you try and hide yourself behind the tree or something on those lines. But there
Okay,
is no proper system which can actually make you to blend with the environment.
so there is nothing like
There is
chameleon
nothing.
system which
To be
okay.
very blunt, there is nothing which exists as of now.
And in the world also, sir, have you seen outside also?
No, in world there are certain systems which are available, which are detachable, which can assist you to blend with the environment and make you to hide from the
Okay.
imageries.
Okay. Okay.
It
Oh,
exists.
got it. Got it.
Yeah. Any other questions, please?
And sir, the different camouflage which you are talking about the SAR and all this. So these are the kind of EMC shielding on the vehicle side.
Yeah. Basically, we are looking at shielding the vehicle. Absolutely right. You are absolutely.
So the camouflage shielding and the outside body of the armament vehicle needs to be modular and it can fit.
Correct. Basically, what we are looking at, if let us suppose there is X type of system which is available, that there should be a small detachable plate or detachable system which can be fitted to that X, and it makes that system to break its shape so that it can blend with the environment.
Correct. And sir, how much time you are looking for, like for this system to be developed? I think this is kind of a like more kind of a prime product.
Absolutely. If it can be given to me tomorrow, we can buy it tomorrow. But if you are looking at the timelines for development, you can develop it in 1 year, 2 years. It is up to you to decide, because I will not be able to give the timelines as such.
Yes. So to the iDEX team, so for the Aditi, do we have a like time limits, or it is case to case basis depending on the technology?
Okay, so usually the gestation period what we have is 24 months. However, if I am seeing few cases of Aditi which are being signed for 28 months also. So it totally depends upon the technology, and but because the whole purpose of iDEX and whole purpose of these projects is to have a quick development. It should not happen that by the time we are coming up with a solution, there is some very new solution available in the market. So that's why we keep the gestation cycle as short as possible.
Correct.
Any other questions, please? Sakshi, do we have any other question in the chat box or in the message box?
And sir, I have one more question.
Yeah, please.
सर जो भी ए एंड बी वाला आर्मामेंट वाला आता है, तो वो आर्मामेंट वाला व्हीकल प्लेन आता है या फिर वो कैमोफ्लेज पेंट के बाद आता है, या फिर आप लोग उसके बाद डिसाइड करते हो कि कहाँ पे कैमोफ्लेज
No, there is
करेंगे?
a radiation paint which is there on the top of the vehicles.
हाँ,
That exists. While the equipment is being manufactured, the company provides the radiation paint on that.
okay. So that radiation paint tech is available, and are you also using it in some form?
No, we are not using it.
Okay. Thank you
And
so
as
much.
of now, the equipment which are held by the mechanized infantry per se, they do not have the radiation paints as of now.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, sir. If I have some query, I'll write it to iDEX,
No
and I
issues,
think
no issues at all. It will be our endeavor to answer any of the queries at any point of time.
correct, sir.
Wherever we can assist you, we will assist you so that we can get the product at the earliest.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Perfect, sir.
Sir, I'll be sharing your email ID. So if they have any query at later stages also, they will connect you through email.
Roger, Sakshi, it will be done.
Right. So if there are no more questions for Vikram sir, sir, you can log off and they will reach you out through mail. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
The pleasure is all ours. Thank you, Sakshi. So kind of you, and thankful to all the vendors and the partners. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the time, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so next challenge that we have to discuss today is problem statement number 4, AI as a service along with infrastructure. Colonel Amit Mehna, sir. Sir, do we have you here?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Sir, please discuss slightly about the problem statement on or what are your expectations out of the problem statement from the startups or the vendors, and then they will ask questions. You can start.
Okay. Can I just have an idea of how many vendors are there as part of this discussion right now?
Sir, there are vendors, but I'm not sure how many vendors are there specific to this problem statement because we are discussing 3 problem statements today.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have posed as a challenge is AI as a service, wherein we are looking at AI being hosted as a service to the PAN Army users. Various models which have been already enunciated in the problem statement should be hosted, developed. Along with it is the major task, which is development of an indigenized large language model, which should be trained and fine-tuned on the data sets which the army is going to provision. and along with it, whatever hardware infra is required to train that model and to host AI as a service as the trial or as the prototype. So that should be quoted along with it. So this is in nutshell what we are looking on as far as AI as service is concerned for the Army, Indian Army as such. If we have any questions, I am glad to take them on.
Hi, sir. This is Ashlin from Exact Space.
Just a minute. Can you give me your name?
Ashlin, ASHLIN.
ASHLI from
Exact Space, Bangalore.
Exact Space Bangalore.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
Mr. Ash, tell me.
in the problem statement, as saying AI as a service seems very general in many sense. So, is it about, as you said, LLM in an indigenous development? Other than that, is that so that the army can come up with problem statements, and this has to be
See, some of the problem statements or some of the services which we are looking forward have already been listed. I can say them again, like object identification,
okay.
like target recognition, like face detection, like language translators. So these are some of the services which we are looking for, and you can give further further, services which you are capable of handling
Okay.
and developing as part of this complete bouquet of, platform which we are looking forward to.
Right.
And
So,
most important in this all gambit of things is
Mhm.
that we are looking at the indigenized LLM specific for military use, which will query on a multimodal data and
Right.
not just a textual data.
Hmm.
So we are going to provision, data like satellite images, like say the textual data, the
Mhm.
videos which we capture. There will be some audio which are there from our radars. So this is the complete plethora of data sets which we will provision,
Okay.
and training and fine tuning of the LLM will happen on these data sets.
Okay, got it. So that is the primary goal of this challenge.
That the main goal. I would not say the primary goal, but yes, in a way, that is the main goal. But yes, we are looking at other services also as part of this, complete platform. As
Right.
I
So,
said that some things like object identification, target recognition,
Mhm.
then language translators,
Hmm.
then speech to text conversions. So
Right.
there are plethora of services which are hosted today in the market. So what is
Mhm.
the which you can provision as far as this complete bouquet is concerned?
Okay. So it still sounds a very open-ended, right? Like there's a lot of things that can fit into this specific category.
Yeah.
So is there something that the army would like to focus on other than the LLM part? Is like because the problem statement itself was not defined in such a manner, right?
So I'm looking at change detection. Change
Okay.
detection in the terms of, having two satellite images, just to give an example. So what is the change which has happened in past, say, I've got a satellite image of, say, last 1 year, and now I've got a satellite image of present context. So what are the kinds of changes which have happened in this past 1 year? One problem is that.
Right.
Secondly, object identification from a live video feed. We have got a lot of these PTZ cameras. We have got a lot of these surveillance devices which we are deployed along the LC and around the IB. So how do we have on the fly, identification of the targets, which could be a man, machine, or vehicles, or animal also for that matter.
Okay.
So one is that. Then we are looking at language translators like maybe Mandarin to English. There are some, radio intercepts which we catch in terms of Mandarin, which is in Mandarin.
Right.
And how do we convert it into, say, initially into Mandarin? That is the audio which we are, capturing. How do we take out Mandarin from it, and thereafter convert from Mandarin to English? So these are some of the use cases which I can list out right now. Further use
Got it.
cases, you can have a discussion if you have anything in mind. I will tell you whether we are looking at this or not. So you can come up with whatever is possibility as far as
Mhm.
development of this is concerned, so we can have a further discussion on it.
Understood, sir. And in terms of infra setup, you're saying anything that can be done or these problem statements, it should be able to handle
Yeah,
the entire of that, right?
absolutely.
Understood. It's clear. Thank you,
If,
sir.
if you have to train your, LLMs, so you will require some kind of GPU resources, which is what mandatory. So what are the
Yes.
kind of GPU resources which you require given the timelines of say 24 months? So that is where, the complete gambit of things will be.
Understood. Understood. That's clear. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, sir. This is Gaurav Sharma from Amantia Tech. I had essentially three questions on this.
Sharma from
Amantia Tech.
Amantia Tech.
Yes.
And you are based at?
Sir, we are based out of Gurgaon.
You are based out of Gurgaon. Okay. Yeah. Tell me, Mr. Gaurav.
Yeah. So, sir, the first and foremost thing is that we are actually differentiating between two aspects here. One is the AI model and one is the AI service. A service can potentially use different AI models, right? So essentially the platform, the platform that what the vendor needs to provide are AI services built using these AI models itself, or to begin with just the AI models. I can give you a very small example. You can have object detection models, right? But then is on top of it. So say, for example, imagery differentiation. So that is where the service aspect comes into picture. So if you could just elaborate a little bit more on that.
So what you are basically asking is there are some ready-made models which are available in the market. That is what you
Yes,
are
yes,
hinting.
yes, yes.
Okay. So yes, there are some ready-made models, but they will require customization as far as specific military needs are concerned. The
Right,
models, like if I talk about object identification, they can identify a private vehicle or a private truck, but
right,
they may not be able to identify with accuracy, say a military truck or a tank or any other gun system which is deployed across. So there will be some kind of customization which will be required for every model which is to be hosted in a military environment. One
right,
aspect. So yes, we can have some open source models which are available, but customization will have to be done. But as far as indigenized LLM is concerned, we are not looking at any open source model. We are looking to start development of a LLM from scratch. In this case, we will not accept any open source model, say like Llama or like say Gamma or any other plethora of them which are available. We will look forward to only starting from scratch, training it, fine tuning it, and then full tuning it as far as the military database or military data sets is concerned. This is what we are looking at.
Okay, sir. Thanks for that clarification. For the LLMs, would you be okay if, say, any private organization, say, collaborates with any Indian university or some of the other research institutes that are working on developing indigenous LLM models and then fine tuning or customizing them?
That's but the front end is you guys. Your team can work on anything, but they will have to work on premise here in our location because the data sets which we are going to give you are all confidential and secret data.
Right.
I can't
Right.
hand over this data to be trained or fine tuned at some other third party location.
Okay. Okay. So my third question was in fact around this training data only.
Yeah.
So I think you've already answered that, that all this training needs to happen at your premises only.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's all from my side.
If any other doubts, you can have my number and we can have further discussions also.
Sure, sir, that would be
Done.
nice.
Done.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
This is Amit from Kaushal Technology, based out of IT Delhi.
Amit
Thank you for the opportunity to ask this question.
Just a second. Amit from Koshi.
Kaushal Technology.
Questionnaire Technologies. Based out of Delhi?
Right.
Okay. Tell me.
Right. So, sir, I have one question. I mean, since you mentioned this particular problem statement being AI as a service, so what are the different integration points that would be required to integrate with the existing system?
So integration points in what sense are you asking?
You mentioned that this will
Can
be
you further?
yeah, this. You mentioned that this will be given to this will be this particular problem statement is on the service side. That let's say you give image and then you get the object identification. So do you have any existing system which will be calling our services to identify those objects? Uh,
See, what we are going to provision as far as customization of the open source model like object identification or image detection are the data sets which we are holding right now. These are not any particular services which is going to host this data.
okay.
These are raw data which is available with us, right? So if you have to annotate that data to work out a change detection for a satellite imagery, that is part and parcel of this project.
Okay, sure. Uh, Maybe a follow-up question. So,
Mhm.
since you mentioned that you will be comparing two different satellite images, so if you
Mhm.
do you have any requirement in terms of the data retention, that how long we should maintain a specific data set?
How long should we maintain specific data set? See what, matlab, I have not understood in what context you are asking. Uh, is it related to your training of the model?
So let's say there is a satellite image that our model has identified, the object
Mhm.
has identified in 2024, and after let's say
Okay.
18 months you have another similar image, and there
Yeah.
are different set of development in that particular satellite image. So do you
Yeah.
want to compare the objects that the LLM has identified in 2024 versus 2026 in June?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
what is that duration? I was just asking that. What is the
So see, the duration is basically we have every month the data sets coming in, right? There could be a possibility that if I compare last month to this month, there would be no change also. We will do a data set of say less about last 5 years. There is already a process which is being done manually in our system, in our organization, wherein a team sits down, starts comparing the data sets or the satellite images, say from last month to this month, and they annotate it accordingly. So to train your model, we will give you those annotated pictures also. That if you have got these, this is the start point, say of 2023 or 2024, the data set which we give you. And now once we start comparing it with the data sets which we are getting on and off on a regular basis, how fast your model can detect the complete change detection which has happened. So we will not compare anything which is 20 years old.
Okay.
We will only compare which is just about 2 or 3 years old.
Okay.
Because whatever changes have happened, this is immediate changes which are happening and which are being done continuously by our teams here. Understand that concept which I'm trying to tell you.
Sure.
So every month, team sits down at all levels, they compare, physically do that. So to obviate that physical process of testing of that chain detection which is happening, we want to do it using the AI now. That is where the problem statement is actually.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
This is Parameshwaran from Coimbatore representing Resilience Business Grids.
Parmekram from Resilience
Resilience Business Grids.
Business Grids.
To
From
put it from Coimbatore, yes.
Right. Yeah, Mr.
We already have capabilities in voice, and we are already doing an iDEX project for Ministry of Home Affairs. And entire voice segmentation, we are doing it for them. And it is yet to be delivered in December. And one more project in a similar sense, what you have explained is that there would be an X variable. The input would be an X variable and the output will be an Y variable depending upon the data which you are going to train the model on.
Okay.
So that platform we already have, and we have named it as ML Loops. And we are yet to deliver that platform to Coordinate Factory Avangard here in Tamil Nadu, which is in Nilgiris. So their use case is for energy prediction and for quality analysis. They are going to do some sort of quality analysis.
Okay.
So my question is that, so if I have a model readily available, maybe for military use case, I have to do some customizations. If I could do the customization from my location itself and to train, only to train the model, if I could come to your location, it is fine or not?
See, customization, I agree, but on what data sets are you training this model on?
Actually, I'm not going to train anything. I'm going to detrain it actually. I'm going to bring it to again a scratch from my end, and I will bring that scratch copy to you. And from there, shall I do the again retrain it?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
If I'm going to retrain it, what support should I really get? Because obviously, training send an entire team to your location and doing the training would be quite tedious tasks. If any person from your end would be guiding us, in the sense, because we are not subject matter experts, we are technical guys, so we know what is and model is, and we see only it as a data. But only subject matter experts know how to handle that. So what is the output he needs to be done? What he has in mind? Only the SMEs know that. So any SME support we would be getting there.
SME support in what sense? I have not understood.
So
What
if,
do you
for an
want?
example, taken for an example, if there is a specific use case, as you mentioned, for image data, so this is what the actual output what I need. So if I directly see the data, I may misinterpret the data itself. So if it may be a tag.
Oh, yes. Those guys will be available here. Absolutely. To tell you
Sure, sir.
what kind of data we are looking for. I've got your point.
Okay, that was
This is what you're talking
about.
So
Yes, that was I am asking.
support. Yeah, that support is there with us. We'll give you complete support as far as this is concerned. See, the main issue is we have to make you understand what is our requirement also once we start working with you. So what is the military parlance in which we are looking? We will have all the SMEs sitting here telling you what are we looking from this problem statement and what are the results which we are looking for and how those results are, planned from our side, where you help us how the technically this is possible. Absolutely, we'll have the complete set of SMEs here.
Sure, sir. Sure. And one more question: what you're looking for might be or might not be related to. Actually, past week, a Chinese firm has developed an LLM related to drone systems. So they have customized it is actually those were the people who were designed J15, and they have customized LLM for them specifically for drones. But that is actually a generic model which was earlier available with the PFA. And they have customized this for drone systems. Like what you're expecting is that.
Yes,
Let me finish my points.
Yeah.
What you're expecting is an general LLM, so specific to Indian Army use cases.
Yeah.
So depending upon the data, so you yourself may train it in the future also.
Absolutely.
Got your point, sir.
Now also, see, the Chinese have also used the generative AI now to even you in the EW domain. It was just an article which had come yesterday. So yes, they are going, leaps and bounds ahead. They have their own LLMs specific to military now. This is where we want to start our process of having an indigenized LLM specific to military now.
Yeah, we have capabilities in text, video, and voice analytics, and we have partial ability in images, and we have to make it. If you could improve that ability, what you're looking for, we could make it available as an indigenized LLM, because we have built it from scratch and we are doing it for past nearly 4 years. I don't hope our thing will suit you.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Do we have any more questions for sir? Sir, I have shared your email ID and they will reach you out if they have any more questions.
Yeah. Anytime. No issues. You can share my mobile number also. We can do one-on-one chat. No issues.
I'll do that. The number that we were talking upon, sir, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Jai.
So in a moment, I'll give you a moment. I'll share sir's mobile number right away. And this is the contact number of the nodal officer for AIS service along with Infra Setup. And do we have Colonel Prashant Kumar Singh over here? Okay, sir will take slight time. Meanwhile, we can discuss if any other queries or any doubts are there with respect to how to apply and other administrative problems that you are having while.
Hi,
Yeah, please tell me.
hi Sakshan, this is Akash from Amante.
Yes.
So the day before yesterday, when the session happened, we discussed about the extension if you'll be taking our concerns to the respective departments. So is there any update on the extensions of dates for both DIS2 and
So as of now, we don't have any confirmation. What again I can suggest is that since we do not have any confirmation, take the last date as the last date only. Although, like other teams, I have also conveyed to you that startups are requesting for extension.
Okay.
And if any other suggestions with respect to the procedure or anything, they are also most welcome. I'll convey it to you.
Hi, ma'am. This is
Yes.
Arpan from Kepler Aero. So I just wanted to ask you one question. So, like, how do we submit the proposal or the problem statement? Because last year we saw there was a portal which is available on the iDEX website, but this year I cannot find it. Like, maybe can you share the
No,
link?
no. This time also we have the website is absolutely functional. There are tabs and you can go and apply to that. If you want, I can show you the presentation that we prepared for outreach this time. However, the presentation is already there on the YouTube channel, and the link as such is very uh, user friendly. So if you still there one thing I wanted to clarify two things. There is no set pattern for submitting the solution to the problem statement or the resume. You are supposed to upload the solution and resume. There is no set pattern. It is just that your solution should be like you write research papers like that. It is supposed to be submitted. So if you want, I can share the presentation that we prepared for the outreach. In that presentation, I'll quickly come to the how to apply section, and I can show you the screenshots if you want.
I think that will be great, ma'am. Like after all the
Okay.
questions are done, maybe we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, please ask other questions, and I'll go and see where the preparation is.
Ma'am, there's one more website that is running for iDEX, so which creates confusion at times. So
No,
I'll
there
just
is only one website. There is no other
ma'am, there's
website.
one more which is idexserver.companydemo.in. That
No,
is
it
also
is
running.
not the one. No.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah, I just wanted to
Hi,
know,
ma'am.
like this problem number 13, that is universal anti-G shooters. That's like we are interested in that. I'm calling from a company called SPM India Limited, Bangalore, say. When this problem, this one will be discussed?
Can you tell me the nodal agency?
iDEX only.
No. iDEX is not the nodal agency. Nodal agency would be Air Force, Navy, Army,
Oh,
DPSU,
that. One second. It's an
ABNL.
Air Force. Air Force. Indian Air Force.
It is Air Force. So all the outreaches for Air Force have they already are done with the outreaches, and they have uploaded their outreaches on the YouTube channel.
Oh, it's in the website, is it?
Not website, on the YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel also, so it's over there.
Can you please share the
Hello.
channel details? Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Can
Yes.
you please share the channel, YouTube channel details so that I'll just go through?
Okay. I'll just share the YouTube channel details.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Sanket, you are audible.
Hello. Hi.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, yes. I'll share in a moment. Yes, Mr. Sanket. Yes, Saksham ji has shared the link to YouTube channel. You can go and check this. And meanwhile, I found the presentation as well. Wait a minute.
Sakshi, just a small thing. So the Indian Navy challenges that were discussed, the outreach that happened, the videos are yet uploaded on the YouTube channel as of yet. So I'm talking about DISC challenge, which was NLP language translation, I think problem statement 8. So we were interested in that, but somehow we have not been able to access it so far. So can you please help me with the recording or something?
I can check with the concerned person, but
I
I
did
think
try one yesterday with Joel sir,
okay.
but he was also not very certain about the recording.
Okay, so yeah, if Joel is not certain, then maybe because he's the one who is handling Navy cases. So I'm
Okay,
not in that team, so I don't have much idea about like
all right.
their challenges.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Can I go ahead?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, Sanket ji, please tell me.
I was
Saket
saying
ji.
that if the outreach sessions can be published on the website once at all, because what we see that the outreach sessions are just published one day before the session has to be conducted. So it creates kind of ruckus, like we have to plan that just one day before and we might not be available. So it may happen that the problem statement I am interested in going to be held at next day and I'm not available on that day. So if that can be done, like you have the schedules with you, and if you can publish that
Okay,
prior,
yeah. So the problem,
uh,
yeah. So the problem is we have a very small team. Though we have schedule,
okay,
we have plans, and we know when our outreach is there. But the social media team, we have a very small social. There's only one person who already has his own projects as well. So because
okay,
of that, we end up uh, posting it on the social media just a day prior. There's only one person who's doing everything along with like the normal things. And so this time I will be proposing for a bigger uh, social media team so that we can post in advance. This is one, or if any other
yeah.
suggestions also, please let us know.
No, that's the only thing, because what we have seen, like
I understand, I
we
understand.
were interested in one problems, and that somehow got missed because we were engaged in some other activity. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's all from my side. So thanks.
yeah. So I'll quickly share the screen. So I'll quickly come to the application part of yeah. So this is how the page looks like, and you can go and apply. Like if you want to apply for Aditi 2, or you want to apply for DIS 12, or you want to apply for the open challenges. We were discussing about the open challenges as well on 30th October and 1st November outreach. So you click over that and then you come to this page. You log in with your credentials. If someone has lost their credentials or password is not matching, you can write it to us, and that will be resolved. And then you come here over the dashboard. You can choose the challenge, end date, other things are there. And then you come over here. Here you write your credentials. There is a resume and resume, portfolio, and solution to the problem. That is the next slide. You can fill all the details. There is no set pattern. Again, I would say there is like upload the proposed solution details. There is no set pattern. You have to type it. You can find few details over here that are written here. You can take clue from there, and then you can propose your solution. And this is for this 12. Or everything is almost same. Like you have to write how much is the development time you are proposing, what spark grant you are requesting, what matching contribution you will bring. So most of the details are available here. So this is how uh, the application part looks like. I hope this is what you wanted to know.
Sure, ma'am. That was the question. Also,
Okay.
there is another question like in the application portal. So you showed like we have to put up the resume of the applicant. So I was asking because like if we are collaborating with someone else, like a small company, so do we need to put their resume, like their founder's resume as well, or just like the main contractor who
No,
is just
yes, only your resume,
okay, okay,
the
okay.
main applicant, because your name will be, the applicant's name will be everywhere, and when like for future purposes also, your name will be there.
Sure, ma'am.
There is one query that, ma'am, kindly share the query is linked to iDEX or Aditi challenge. I also request you to kindly share the mandatory. Yes, sir. Yes, are you available?
Yeah.
So you are slightly.
Sakshi, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Ma'am, RT Director is here, ma'am, to answer the questions.
Okay, sir. Sir, startups, we have the nodal officer from problem statement number 5, that is MBLM system. So Colonel Prashant Kumar Singh is here, and sir, please brief us slightly about the problem statement, or what are the expectations you have from the startups, and then they will ask questions.
Just a second, I will just start.
Right.
iDEX हमारा पास एक मिनट सर, यहाँ पे चल रही है मीटिंग, ये है ना, हमें लिंक मिल हाँ लिंक मिल रहा है। एक मिनट, इसको एक बार ड्रॉप करना पड़ेगा, लिंक फिर से कर लो। हाँ
Sir, meanwhile, I'll quickly take few questions. I'll reply to the few questions that startups asked last time. So we have discussed about extension. Extension I already have proposed to Pooh, and he will discuss it further, and then only clarity will come. And regarding the WhatsApp group that you suggested, not this time, but maybe next time, we might have something. We will be working upon the social media reach, and something so that we can have technical outreaches well in time before the last date of the application, and this WhatsApp group as well. I think there is some technical problem with the.
Ma'am, can you hear us again?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you.
1 second, ma'am. We're just trying to switch on the video.
Sir.
नहीं वो हाईलाइट ही नहीं है।
अच्छा ठीक है, फिर वीडियो के बिना कर देते हैं।
ठीक है, we can.
Ma'am, we will be without video. Sir will be answering the questions, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is okay to do without video as well.
Okay, ma'am, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Am I audible? Yes, yes. So I'll briefly introduce this case of multi-barrel Loiter munition. So I presume we have a general awareness of Loiter munition and how does it function. So the multi-barrel Loiter munition will be a variant of Loiter munition, wherein we are looking forward to develop it as a munition for the existing platforms of Smerch / Pinaka / Grad multi-barrel rocket system. So the LM should be compatible to the system, as an it should be able to be inserted in Smerch / Grad, and in case of Pinaka, the pod system should be developed. So these pod systems should be compatible with the existing ground support equipment, and from there it should be able to launch. So our idea is that we don't want to increase our ground support equipment inventory, and we want to develop it as a additional munition option for the existing ground support equipment of Grad, Pinaka, and Smerch. So this is the fundamental problem statement. And now I'm open to queries. I can respond if you have any requirement from your side.
Hello, sir. This is Arpan from Kepler Aero. So I have a few set of questions regarding this particular problem statement. So first of all, what kind of frequency for communication you are looking for, and whether like the communication link should be frequency agile or not?
So as I mentioned, the loiter munition, the characteristic of loiter munition does not vary, right? So we first have to understand what we have to develop. So here we have what you have to develop is a kind of a sub caliber insert which will go inside the caliber of smudge. The caliber of smudge is about 300 mm, and the caliber of grad is about 122 mm. Similarly, you have to develop a pod system for Pinaka. Now coming to loiter munition, see the loiter munition, it is generally functioning is about 2 to 2.4 gigahertz frequency band right now, which is generally the industrial frequency band. But we would like to listen from you whether you can offer it in the defense band, because these are industrial band and they are very open to jamming.
Yep.
And if not, so what are the options so that we expect a solution from your end? Firstly, secondly, if we have to function in the industrial band, then what are the options to prevent jamming? I mean, do you have some frequency hopping facility?
Yes, sir.
Or
Yes.
other facility which will be required? So that goes without saying that is a part of inherent capability of the LM.
Okay. Okay. And sir, regarding this communication,
Here the challenge is of different nature. The LMs are already developed, what we are looking forward to, and we are already in the process of procuring it at large. We have LMs up to 100 kilometer which are being manufactured indigenously in the country. The problem is of different nature altogether. We want to make it compatible with the existing platform.
yes,
So that it becomes a variant of our equipment which is already in service. Have you understood the point?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the questions are regarding the specifics of the problem statement. Like you have mentioned some points in the problem statement. So regarding again this communication, so the communication should be till the terminal phase, right? And you want a man in the loop control.
No, of course. The loiter munition should be able to transmit video feed till it is impacting on the target, and the control should be with the operator and the operator should be able to decide onto the target based on the input it is receiving through the LM, and then lock onto the target, strike and destroy the target. It should not be like a missile which is going with a pre-fed lat long and going strike. Then there is no fun of loiter munition, right? Then it becomes a missile without any control. So that is not the idea altogether.
Okay, sir. And also, sir, regarding this one, so we want to put a GPS receiver. So I was just looking into the frequency band which you will be interested in, and also like the bandwidth maybe.
That's what I mentioned. As of now, the equipment which are being offered, I cannot give you any random figure which you cannot develop, right? The development of problem statement that you have to do. I have given you idea that generally it comes in 2.4 gigahertz. Are there any other option? Do you want to project something in the defense band also? Can you be able to develop it? So once you project that, then we will discuss with our subject matter expert whether it is feasible or not. But certainly in the industrial band, it is certainly possible and being produced right now.
Okay. Okay. So which should be any in the GPS?
These are related to communication only.
Yeah. So also, sir, the GCS. So regarding the GCS should be in each of the launcher vehicles, or do you want a separate command vehicle for the whole battery of the launchers?
No, like for every launcher should have a set of ground support equipment.
Okay.
For example, if we talk of one pod of Pinaka, so that Pinaka one launcher should be self-sustained. It should be complete in all respect. It should not be dependent on anyone.
Okay. Okay. And also, sir, the warheads, do we have to also design the warheads, or it has to be off the shelf from the ordnance factories?
No. It's going to be a complete solution offered by the DAs.
Okay.
inclusive of everything. We are not going to do anything. We are going to try the product which are going to offer, develop and offer.
Okay, okay. And also, sir, regarding the loitering munitions, do you guys want the loitering munition to be recoverable just in case you terminate the mission and you want to recover it and reuse it?
Again, this goes as an inherent characteristic of
Yeah.
LM, and we would
Yeah.
certainly want,
Just to
especially
be
for,
clear.
and it should have adequate safety precautions.
Okay, okay. And what is the overall shelf life you are looking into, like for storing the loitering munition?
Minimum is 10 years and beyond is acceptable.
Okay, okay. 10 years. Okay. Thanks, sir. Thanks.
May I ask
All
some questions?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to you. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to ask these questions. I am Ramit Arora from Aeroshell Technologies. First question is regarding how many systems, LM systems, will be required to be delivered in the Aditi challenge, and how many with active warheads?
For the prototype, if I consider it prototype which is to be developed, so about 10 sets will be part of prototype development.
With warheads?
With warhead. Everything is conclusive, sir. Everything will come together as one package.
No problem. A second question is regarding these are 10 loitering munition launched in salvo mode. So is there a requirement of swarming or active collaboration? Because if it is there, it can be done.
That could be an option which can be offered by you, sir. In our problem statement, we haven't talked of swarming capability. But we presume that this capability exists and you can offer it as an additional capability.
Okay. Regarding the communication, I got it. We will build it up in the product solution. Regarding the communication, this question which was asked earlier also, 100 kilometers, if it is line of sight, then the bird has to fly very high. And are you all right with SATCOM initially, or SATCOM is in spiral development? One, and second is a repeater station or another UAV flying midway, is it acceptable?
I'll take the first part first, sir. You said flying altitude will be high. May I know what is expected flying altitude?
Normally, loiter munitions which we talk about, they are going at about maximum 500 to 1000 meters.
Very well. So with 800 to 900 meter altitude, once the LMs fly, they are able to establish communication, especially in plain and desert sector, up to 100 to 150 kilometers. We have established communication up to 150 kilometers, sir, without having any requirement of relay station. What we did is since the range is limited, so we took off from one control station and we handed over to another control station in a depth locality, and from there we flew the bird for another 50 kilometers. So we could effectively exercise control up to 150 kilometers of that particular system. So 100 kilometers is a very, very conservative figures, and I feel that without having any requirement of relay station, it is possible in plains and desert. Certainly, I can understand in mountains it may be required. So what is expected is that in the mountains where the screening is likely, so the LM maybe another LM should be launched in tandem, wherein it acts as a relay station and you transmit data from the main LM to the control station. That could be one solution which can be offered to us. And as regards SATCOM, sir, SATCOM, I'm not sure what capability you have right now, but for 100 kilometer, SATCOM may not be required, sir. That's what our experience is. Beyond 100 kilometer, SATCOM, we feel that becomes imminent, sir. You comment on that, sir?
You're perfectly right. For 100 kilometers is not required, and for deserts and plains it is not required. I was thinking that you may be wanting to do the prototype testing in mountainous terrain also. That is why the question was asked.
Very well, sir. We will do it in altitude as well as in plains, in both areas. That's why the number 10 is there, 5 each for each of the sector. And they will test. So, of course, we are aware of the terrain. And in that case, the relay antenna will be tested And if you can offer the LM as a relay station, that will be a much better solution, sir.
That can be done.
Sir.
That can be done. And one more thing I wanted to ask is, you have already explained very nicely that the diameter of the grad BM21 and the smudge also. In smudge for 100 kilometers, we have done preliminary work and it can be done. But for grad, about 120 mm is a lesser diameter. So you want separate variants or the same variant to do 100 kilometers from 120 mm tube also and from 300 mm tube also?
So the technology is evolving every second day. So we have kept all the three equipment open. We don't know what kind of the propulsion system is developed, wherein with 122 mm also we are able to achieve that rate. But we are aware of the fact that since the caliber is less, the range to be achieved from grad is likely to be much lesser. So whatever is possible through grad, you please project to us. We will see. So whatever proposal you send to us, we'll see what is the best suited for our system, and we will accept accordingly, sir. We are completely aware that with grad 120 mm caliber, reaching 100 kilometer is a difficult ball game, sir.
Thank you. That's all. GPS denied navigation we will be providing. That is the requirement.
GPS denied, sir, certainly in case of LM, since the control is directly on line of sight with operator. So even if GPS is not there, there should be, what we look forward to is if you can develop that, sir, something called this ground and terrain matching feature, which is there. Digital terrain matching tool is there, wherein that the software compares the video with the maps which is loaded, and then it can automatically locate itself even without GPS. It can locate on map that where it is flying, and that map is also there with operator. So operator can control without depending upon visuals. At times it becomes difficult to analyze the area just based on the visual inputs. I hope I have been able to explain what exactly the requirement is. Digital terrain contour matching, I think so. That is what's called. Hello, am I audible?
Sir,
yes,
I have
yes,
a
sir, you are
question.
audible.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry, I was muted.
So digital terrain contour matching, something of that sort can be developed, so that will work very effectively in GPS denied environment.
That is perfectly fine. That can be provided in this package. Only thing is that it will require a known route, and there are other ways also in which unknown route can also be done for GPS resilience and GPS navigation. We will build it in the solution.
Any de novo solution is welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, sir. So I was just asking, instead of like digital terrain.
I cannot see you, so please introduce yourself first.
Yeah. So my name is Arpan. I'm from Kepler Aero. I asked the first set of questions.
All right.
Yeah. So I was asking, like, also along with DSCM, as you said, like digital terrain mapping. Can we also provide alternate PNT, precision navigation and timing solutions along integrated with the GPS, so that like whenever the GPS signal goes away, it can rely on the INS and move along its path?
INS is, again, as I said, INS is a very basic part of LM. INS will always be there with the GPS. It has to be there.
And also, sir, regarding the warhead, so do you want electronic warfare payloads as well in the warhead options?
Electronic warfare payload, define please.
Yeah. So some sort of like stand-in jammer, let's say.
We have asked for conventional warhead, HEPF, anti-personnel, and penetration come blast or anti-tank if you can develop. So please respond accordingly. We have not asked for anything of such nature.
Yeah, so like I was asking specifically for any kind of electronic warfare payload. For example, some sort of stand-in jammer which will like disrupt the enemy communication or the radars.
I got your point. If you have the capability, please offer that to us.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Hello, sir. This is Karthik from Drone Tech. I'm audible.
You are from which lab, you said?
Drone Tech Lab.
Okay. Karthik, go ahead.
Sir, I would like to know the what is expected range for the prototype. The feature configuration.
Minimum 100 kilometer.
Minimum 100
100
kilometers. Okay. All the three has a different caliber diameter. Like you want us to integrate all the three configuration or any particular configuration?
Now, as I brought out, all three are different system altogether. The solution for all three will be completely different.
Yes.
Pinaka will come with pods, so you'll have to develop a pod which can be mounted on the launcher. For a smirch, you'll have to develop a sub-caliber insert which can go inside a dia of 300 mm, and from that insert, the LMs can be launched. Make sure that it is not a rocket-assisted takeoff, because that will affect the primary equipment, which is not desired. And third is 122 mm. For that also you'll have to, because a tube-based equipment, you'll have to develop a smaller sub-caliber insert. Right. So then you have to see 100 kilometers the range desired with all three, which is most convenient and most effective way to reach up to 100 kilometer. You can offer accordingly. Not necessary that you give solution to all three.
What is the preferable, sir?
That you say, no? If you can send a LM with 122 mm caliber, I'll be more than happy.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
That's not right or not, but you decide. You decide which is the most suited equipment for you.
Okay. As per the range, we need to fix it up.
Yes, very well.
Well. Okay. What about the payload? What kind of payload you're looking for? As you said, you need a penetration come blast. Is there any weight for the payload restrictions?
8 kgs.
8 kgs?
8 kgs is the warhead which you are looking forward to. Net explosive content should not be less than 2.5 to 3 kgs.
Okay. So 8 kgs in the sense it's like a overall weight of the warhead, right?
Please hear me out. The lethality of that warhead should be about 20 meters from the point of impact. And for the anti-tank warhead, the penetration should be minimum 400 mm.
Okay. Like you're looking for all three warhead configurations or any one it works for us for the prototype?
So just a sec, let me see what has been published in this. We are looking for anti-personal and anti-tank. So HEPF, that is pre-fragmented and penetration come blast, comes in the segment of anti-personal warhead. And anti-tank comes as a separate category altogether. So anti-personal and anti-tank are the two kind of warhead which we are looking for. So anti-personal, you can offer HEPF or PCB as it is feasible to you, and of course anti-tank is required.
Okay, thanks for your information. Make it clear.
Yeah,
thanks.
So anyone else?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Sonal from Artemon Aerospace, Pune.
You are from may I know good name?
Sir, Sonal Saxena from Artemon Aerospace, Pune.
Okay.
Sir,
yes, go ahead, please.
Pardon, sir?
Go ahead, please.
Sir, first, very basic question. Sir, this will be for utilization by RT, infantry, or aviation, sir?
I missed your voice. Please come again.
Sir, this will be for utilization by RT, infantry, or aviation?
No, but we have made it very clear that the system has to be compatible with Pinaka, Smart, and Grad. So I'm not sure whether how aviation and other comes into that field. It's very clear that it's RT.
Right, sir. No, because like if it is to be man pack or something also.
Nothing. No. Let's not confuse the thing. The statement is very clear, and I have amplified in no uncertain terms what is the requirement. We cannot have a man pack. I'm not sure if we can offer that. A man pack with 100 kilometer range. I'm not heard so far.
No, sir. If the weight category you're putting at 8 kg and up to maybe 15 kg, it can be man portable also actually in that application.
I have explicitly cleared what we require, and we'll stick to that.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Sir, second question is
for anti-tank, the requirement is 2.5 kg plus or for a payload. But for anti-personnel, you can have
No,
much
no, no,
lesser
no.
payload.
Again. Let's not confuse the thing. 8 kg is the warhead, 2.5 kg is the net explosive content. At times, what the DS does, the weight of warhead they increase, but the explosive content remains low. It is of no advantage. The explosive content, that's why I'm defining that it should be minimum 2.5 to 3 kg explosive content. And if you don't have this much explosive content, believe me, you will not be able to achieve the penetration of 400 mm. You will fail in that.
Right, sir. 400 mm RHA, you need minimum 2.5 kgs warhead. Sir, but anti-personnel can be much lesser. So
see, if you have 8 kgs warhead, then we are looking forward to that much of explosive, so that the lethality is much more. So that we can do with 5 kg also. With 5 kg, the NEC goes down to less than a kg or so. So that is why even for that, the explosive for anti-personnel will also remain same. The minor variation is there, but of course, into that range it should be there.
Armor piercing anti-tank HE heat warhead, that is a different construction actually than anti-personnel.
We have our experience. We are aware how does this munition function and what is the effect.
Yes, sir.
And we have seen the effect. So we don't want to compromise on the effect, and that is why we have clearly laid out our requirements.
Right, sir. Sir, for this payload, 8 kg, if you put a normal non-rocket assisted launch for such a weight category, may be difficult.
Come again, please. You're saying?
Sir, for a 8 kg payload only, if you are looking at, then the overall weight goes up, and non-rocket assisted, as you said, will be difficult.
It is difficult, but not possible, not impossible. It is already existing. Solutions are already existing. It only needs to be modified to make it compatible. Solutions are existing. That is why we have come up with the problem statement. It has not come out from blue. It is existing. It is possible. We have seen it from our it's all our experience. We are talking. It is all possible. You only have to tweak it to make it compatible with the existing system.
Hi, sir. Sir, last question. This Pinaka, what we had done some earlier study, and we were told that Pinaka launchers are not reusable.
Launchers, the Pinaka has got pods. You'll have to fit pods.
Yes, sir. So
you'll have to. The LM should be fitted inside the pod. And the Pinakas are not reusable because Pinaka has got a explosive which the rocket goes out through those pods. It's a different ballgame altogether. Here, you'll have some kind of accessories to generate that electropneumatic thrust for these LMs to go out. So I don't see any wear and tear from these pods from which the LMs go out. So you have to see whether you can make it reusable or not. But the existing the tube-based Loiter munition, the tubes are reusable from 3 to 5 times as per our knowledge.
Right, sir. We were told the tubes were not.
You have to develop that system so that the more you reuse it, the lesser is the cost involved.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, this thing, is it how different would it be from the calm category?
May I know who is there?
Right. So same Sonal Saxena.
Yeah. How different is from
the calm category?
How much do you know about calm?
Sir, calm category generally is whatever is there in open source available, sir.
So as you see in open source, the capability is mentioned there, and it is much lesser than what we are looking forward. So if you do more research about the equipment which we are procuring and which have been uploaded on MOD website, if you can check that, then you can get details of what we are actually looking for. Our requirement and requirement of mechanized forces are completely different.
Right, sir.
No.
So thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
All right.
Sir, this is Karthik. This is Karthik from DroneTech Lab. So is it possible to use the existing ground systems for launching by
You will not
modifying
be
it?
able to. No, you will not
Okay.
be able to do it. I can tell you
So,
with a surety.
okay, fine. Thanks for the information. So only we are able to use only
We
the
have our,
launcher, right?
as I said, one of your challenges also to not affect the primary equipment. Yours
Okay.
will be an additional option of munition on that particular system, so the primary equipment will not get affected, and so you have your own ground support equipment, your GDT and GCS, which will develop, which will
Okay.
work in parallel.
Yeah, right, sir.
All
So we
right.
are supposed to use only the launcher, right?
Come again, please.
No, we are supposed to use only the existing launchers.
That's what. Yes, that's what the
Got it.
complete statement is all about.
Yeah, got it. It's more about the clear. It's more clear. Fine, thanks.
Hello, sir. Arpan again here. So I just wanted to ask something regarding the Pinaka system. As you said, it has to be a electropneumatic soft launch system from the pod. But after the pod, can we add a small rocket phase which will ignite in the air and
Okay,
take the loitering?
I'll further clarify. The
Mhm.
rocket assisted takeoff is possible in Pinaka, but not in Smirch and Grad variants, because Smirch and Grad are tube based. Here
Okay.
it's a pod based pod which you will be developing. So you can develop a Ratto,
Okay.
but then
Sir.
you will have to define whether the Ratto takeoff that pod will be reusable or not. So all those parameters, it's a technical parameters which you need to furnish.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Pinaka you can have Ratto, that is possible.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir. My name is Asutosh Soni.
Yeah, Mr. Asutosh, go ahead.
Sir, my question is again on the rocket assisted part. If we could eject the LM, then could we ignite the rockets?
Can you repeat, please?
Sir, if we could fit it with some kind of ejection system, right? It ejects out of the Pinaka system or the smart system.
That ejection system is called electropneumatic launch mechanism.
Yes,
So
sir.
that also you can develop. You can have peripherals which help to generate some about whatever the pressure which is required, about 30-40 bars.
Yes.
And with that pressure, it can eject the LM, and then after this, its engine can function.
No, I was
So
asking.
saying that electropneumatic is not an option. It is certainly an option in addition to Ratto.
Yes. So I was just asking if we can use an electropneumatic system with the rocket assisted takeoffs. Is that possible?
How will you use both? You will have to select either Ratto or an electropneumatic launch. How it can be both?
Sir, I was proposing if we could just eject the loitering ammunition with an system. Then after it goes up to a certain range, then we could ignite the rocket, so it could get it to its cruising speed.
No,
Then
you are
our
talking.
engine.
No. You are talking something. You are talking about jet propelled Loiter munition.
Yes, sir.
You are talking of jet propelled Loiter munition. That's a different technology altogether. If you can achieve that much of range and whatever we are looking for, the endurance and everything, endurance is about 2 hours, which we are expecting. So if you can give that, you offer that. We'll see. We'll examine it.
Okay.
You'll also you have to see the cost effectiveness also. You apply if you are planning to put a jet based engine.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
You talked
All
about
right.
just now. This is Ramit again coming back.
Sir.
You talked about endurance just now. Is there any specific loiter time you're looking at the target end?
Sir, if we calculate 2 hours, so we expect about 30 minutes of 45 minutes either side moving in, moving out, 90 minutes and 30 minutes of loitering time.
Any minimum speed you're looking for? I'm speaking from AD perspective.
Minimum speed, sir. Now this depends upon what kind of, like another gentleman was offering a speed of jet based engine. So if he gives me jet based engine, the speed will certainly go up to 0.4, 0.5 max, sir.
Correct.
If you offer a electrical engine or IC engine, your speed will be 0.2 to 0.3 max, sir. Half of that.
Correct.
So generally 0.2 with this engine, we are aware of the capabilities, sir. We are aware that 0.2 to 0.3 Mach is generally the speed, and you can take that as a yardstick for IC or electrical engine. And with that yardstick, I'm only converting. If you convert that, you'll find that you'll get about 20 to 30 minutes of loitering time in the enemy area for operator to carry out surveillance and strike the target.
Correct. Thank you.
That can be considered, sir.
Thank you.
So, anyone else?
Sir, this is Laksham this side.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, please.
Okay. Sir, just to confirm what you earlier stated about the existing launchers. So
you are
from
which firm,
sir, I am
Laksham?
from McAfee AWE Robotics. If you want, I'll put the details on chat box.
Okay.
Sir, just to clarify on what you stated earlier regarding existing launchers not being available. So I'm just trying to understand, you are looking for an optional payload, so you can either use the existing rockets from the launchers, and if you want, you can just switch them out to the.
Just a second. You mentioned existing launcher not available. What does that mean?
Sir, you just mentioned, answering to some gentleman that existing launchers will not be available. So, just wanted to get more details. What exactly is meant by that?
You have got it wrong. What I mentioned is that the launchers, the primary task should not be disturbed. So
Okay.
the existing equipment cannot be modified to dovetail LMs. So you will have your own ground support equipment, your own ground data terminal, and your munition which will be mounted on the existing platform and fired.
Right. So it is an optional payload for you. Either you can fire the rocket or the LM as per your requirement.
Got it right now. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Second, sir, like normal drones and normal surveillance UAVs that are there, they have something called a return to home function when the communication link is lost. So let's assume that a communication link is lost for the LM in the cruising phase. So what are you looking for? What capability are you looking for in that case?
So that's what I started on a note that we all are aware of the basic capabilities of LM, and nowadays these are the basic capabilities of LM. Return to home RTH feature is a very, very common feature, wherein if the communication with the GTT is lost, the LM first keeps circling at that location, waiting for to establish recommunication, and after some time, it start heading back. Of course, once it start heading back, somewhere it come in the range of line of sight of GDT, and the operator takes control thereafter and re-exercise control, change the waypoint if required. So these features are nowadays very common feature in LMs, and these are expected.
Understood, sir. So you will want to recover that in that case.
Of course, recovery is also required. Return to home should also be there.
Okay, sir. Sir, during the development phase, any assistance from Army will be available regarding the selection of warhead or related facilities?
Collection of warhead from where?
Sir, in selection of warhead, as in what type of explosive and all, because the more technical knowledge is available to you.
In my communication before, I have already explained in detail the kind of warhead is required, the kind of effect which is required. So is there anything else left? Certainly, whatever assistance is required will always be available. We'll give you all clarification, not only now, but in future also. But warhead aspect, I have already clarified what exactly is required to us.
Right, sir. Sir, just one last question. On the open source, I was checking about these launch platforms, Merge, Pinaka, and Grad. So, what are the elevation angles, maximum elevation angles for these launching? As I understand, they are first tilted in the launch position, then the projectile is fired.
See, we will not go into the specific of this equipment, but we will remain, focused to the specific of LM. And as per my knowledge, the LMs are required to fire at an angle of 23 degree to maximum 45 degree.
Right, sir.
At these angles, if they are able to fire, they are the optimum angle to achieve the maximum range and the initial flight, so that the engine gets, adequate time is there for engine to start off. And this much of elevation you will get it. I think that should suffice you.
Yes, sir. That's what I was asking. Thank you, sir. Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
Colonel sir, this is Karthik. Sir, as you said, we need to use the existing launches. Can you just specify the mechanism, like holding mechanism inside the launches? With
What exactly do you want to know?
I would like to know the, inside the canister tube holding mechanisms, like what kind of mechanisms are currently available
As
with
a
the launches?
current mechanism is developed for the rocket system, right? But
Okay.
it will be so.
अब लोग बैठे बैठे कोई आवाज नहीं आ रहा बट लोग बैठे
Hello.
Yeah, Karthik, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No.
So what I was mentioning is that current system
Sorry.
current system
for ग्रुप में डाल दियो
Hello. Sir, not audible.
I think some disturbance is there. Karthik, wait a sec. So the current system is for rocket launch of rocket. It has its own locking mechanism. So once you develop the sub-caliber insert, the sub-caliber insert should be able to go and fit inside the rocket system. So once you send the proposal, then we'll, if you require, then we'll arrange a visit to a particular equipment. You can have a closer look at what exactly needs to be developed.
Okay, sir. Thanks for the information. For
So you
submitting
can
a
have
problem statement, it's open, right?
Yeah, you submit
mechanism
your
is open.
proposal, how exactly do you wish to develop it, and then if
Okay.
required, then you can also propose. Then we'll see how best we can assist you by giving exposure to the system.
But as you said it, we can't. As you said that you can't do any modification with the existing system. That is the biggest problem. So
Yes,
if
you can do.
if
You
would
do
like to,
the sub-caliber insert, na?
okay, by
Equipment will
using
not be.
okay, by placing a sub-caliber insert. Yeah, that is possible.
Yes, it is possible. It is possible. It is already
Yeah.
whatever I'm telling you. It is already being done world over. Nothing great I'm asking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Even I can
Yeah.
realize it.
Yes.
Thanks, sir.
Yes.
Thanks.
All right. So we wind up.
So there are few startups who have posted questions on the chat box. I request all the startups to ask questions over here, and sir will be able to reply. Are there any more questions with respect to this problem statement? You are not audible. Whosoever is speaking now, you are not audible.
I think there's some Vignesh. I'm unable to access the mic. Please give me 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. He wants to know, is it only required to launch from barrel ammunition, or it should return back to?
Launch from barrel ammunition or
It should return back to.
no, return back is a different feature. Launch from barrel is a different feature. A return to home feature is required by any system, whether it is from Grad or from Pinaka. And as regard launch, they have to decide whether they want to develop for Smuts or Pinaka or Grad, or they have the capability for all three, and they can offer their solution accordingly. The benchmark remains the range, which is the 100-kilometer minimum, the warhead, which is 8 kg minimum, the endurance, which is 2 hours minimum.
Okay, I think he got the answer. He meant does the loiter ammunition should return if we disengage?
Of course, it has to. Of course, that is not a standard thing. That is up to the operator to decide. If the operator wants that there are no worthwhile target in the area, so he should be able to call off abort the mission and retrieve abort the mission, and thereafter retrieve the LM. So in that, what we do is that we pre-feed area, predefined area, we clear the area, and with the help of para, the LM comes down under the control of operator. This is how it functions, and this is what it is expected.
Sir, and Ramit sir wanted to know, is there any development time frame for the prototype readiness?
I think it's already mentioned. It's simple. 1 year or so is the time frame.
Okay, so usually the time period of all the iDEX projects is approximately 2 years. but the aim is to get the prototype as soon as possible so that we are not lacking behind technology. And so few starters wants your contact number and Aniket is saying what is pre-launch state of Loiter Munition, armed or safe when launching?
In the pre-launch state, the Loiter munition, the battery is kept separately, the warhead is kept separately, and then after it is integrated, pre-flight test is carried out, and then it is loaded. All these things, I think, they are standard procedures.
Right.
Sir, ma'am, may I just ask one question?
Yes, please.
Sir, just one clarification. There are some loitering munitions which I have seen in the foreign countries. They actually have a safe state for the explosive when they are at launch, and they are armed mid-flight. So, is that something you are also looking for?
Oh, probably that all this is what is expected. Generally, what happens that once they are flying at a particular speed, so let's say they are flying at about 40-50 meter per second, and once they are striking, the speed increases to let's say about 110 meter per second, 120 meter per second. So I think you have to define a threshold speed. So once it achieves that speed, the warhead get automatically armed. Alternatively,
Right,
the
sir,
option can be so this is what the foreign technology which you're talking of. This is what the technology is. The alternate technology to that is the controlled rest with the operator. So whenever he wants, he can arm it, and he can unarm the LM. But just as a safety feature, the speed is kept as a parameter so that it doesn't get armed at a slower speed and create safety issues. Also, once it is retrieved, once the paras are deployed, there are internal safety mechanism which disengages the warhead with the activation mechanism.
Right, sir. Understood. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, sir. This is Jignesh.
Yeah,
Sir.
Jignesh.
I have yes, sir. I have a small question, sir. So on the MBLM problem, is there a preferred launch mechanism, sir? Like to propel the drone out, or to propel the thing out, like a small blast or a pneumatic, or is there any preferred thing because regarding the safety of the existing equipment? So.
Yeah, I think I already explained that, right? For rocket,
sorry, sir. I was not there.
Rocket assisted takeoff is not applicable for Smirch and Smirch and Grad for the tube-based system because it may affect the internal dynamics of the tube. However, in case of a Pinaka system which is pod-based, you have an option of either go for RATO, rocket assisted takeoff, or go for electropneumatic launch. Either ways. That option has been left to you to decide which is the most suited. Electropneumatic is the readily available. Rocket assisted you may develop in time. Either it is developing or someone has developed it. Electropneumatic is readily available. What I'm looking forward to go for a range of 100 km from the existing platform and strike a target with 8 kg warhead. A method of launch you have to tell me.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. This is Ranjit from Vedon Systems.
Yeah, Mr. Ranjit, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I could not join early, sir. There was some problem in the link. So as I understand, so you want the existing MBRL with the drone loitering munition system, right, sir? So
Yeah.
what would be the specification of the munition part, sir?
What specification do you want to know?
I mean, would it be anti-tank, fragmentation, or HE, HEAT? What kind of munition are you looking at?
We are looking for anti-personnel and anti-tank munition with minimum 8 kg warhead.
8 kg warhead, sir.
Let me complete first. Anti-personnel and anti-tank warhead with 8 kg warhead. And I'm repeating, the lethality should be minimum 20 meter from the point of impact, and the penetration should be minimum 400 meter RHA.
400 mm RHA.
400 mm RHA, and NEC should be 2.5 to net explosive content should be 2.5 to 3 kgs.
Okay, so it need not be 8 kg of payload, sir, right? If it does 400 RHA, it should be more than enough, right, sir?
If it is 8 kg payload, the warhead weight will become 24 kgs.
Are you talking about the warhead as in the whole system or the whole drone?
Warhead is the complete system. The net explosive
Okay, sir.
content should be minimum 2.5 to 3 kg.
Yes, yes, sir. So we already designed a system, sir. We have a barrel launch loitering system, loitering munition system readily with us. And we have, but the diameters, what you're talking, sir, we are unaware of the diameter of the tubes. What you're
I think you're
specifying.
late. We have already mentioned.
Sorry,
You
sir.
see, you have to make it compatible with our existing system without
Okay,
affecting our existing platforms. Number one, the dias are
Okay,
about
sir.
120 mm and 300 mm for tube based, and for pod it is about 214 mm. Pod as in Pinaka for 214 mm dia. So
Okay,
in a
sir.
Pinaka, you see there is a pod which dimension is generally about length is 5 meter and width is about 1 meter by 1 meter.
Okay,
This is
okay,
this
sir.
is a broad dimension. Exact dimension, once you give a solution, then we may arrange a visit, show you the system. So this is the dimension, and in this one pod, total 12 12 rockets can be loaded in the present configuration.
Okay, sir. And what about the GCS, sir? How do we control? Is there a existing GCS system in the vehicle, or?
There is nothing is existing. Everything will be a new solution. You are not going to latch on to the existing platform. Platform is just for launching the munition. But none of the ground support equipment is available to you. You'll have to offer your ground support equipment and ground data terminal.
Okay. Can we give you a full system, sir, including the pods, including the barrels? Because we have already developed a multi-barrel launching system with a GCS with 18 barrels in it.
We don't want to proliferate our inventory. That is the problem. We don't want to
Okay, sir.
proliferate our inventory. But because you offer a new system, then there has to be manning also for that system. There will be additional manpower requirement. There is additional maintenance requirement. So all those things will come up. So all those things, the cases are already happening parallelly. You were part, Redon was part of MRPK system, right? You withdrew from that case.
Sorry, sir, I could not hear you.
Redon was,
MRPK?
you were part of MRPK's case also.
MRPK case, no, sir.
Yes, you had submitted, probably either you were rejected or you withdrew from the case. So now standing, there are other cases ongoing. This case is specific. The requirement is very specific.
Okay, okay, sir. But the diameters and the launch mechanism would not match, sir. We also use electro-pneumatic launching system, sir. But it is just about the diameter, sir. If you have to pierce a 400 mm RHA, the minimum diameter is 90 mm of the copper cone HET warhead. So, including the case and the drone, what you're talking about would not be circular, and that will be a difficult part in building something like that, sir.
Difficult in what?
I mean the munition part, sir. Munition for 400 RHA. I mean, you cannot compare it with a missile system, sir.
No.
Missile system is totally different.
We are not talking from the cuffs. We have seen penetration up to 600 mm. We are still conservative in giving you a lesser figure. Whatever we are specifying, it is very much possible, and the capability is existing.
Munition is possible, sir. I'm not saying that munition is not possible. Munition, we have a munition designed for 500 RHA, HET. But it is about the size, sir. For 500 RHA, the minimum diameter is 90 mm.
All right, okay.
Yeah, and so the system diameter over it would be, I mean, with the clearances and the head and everything, the clearances would be at least 20 mm around it. So
that's okay.
The fixture, yes, sir. So the fixture, because if it is a pneumatic system with a propulsion,
I completely understand. So that is what I am mentioning you. So even it may not be possible with a grad dia of 120 mm. It is very much possible with a Pinaka. You can change the pod dimension as per your convenience.
Oh, if you can change the pod dimension, that is okay.
The pod has to be
managed by
you. No, you are not changing our pods. Our pods are meant for rocket. will have to develop a pod which can be mounted on the launcher.
Okay. Yeah. That is
Dimension of the
yeah.
pod.
That is
Please hear me
doable.
out. Please hear me out. The dimension of the pod, the length is 5 meter and approximately 1 meter by 1 meter.
Okay.
So in that 6 plus 6, 12 LMs of 12 rockets can be mounted in the present configuration. So that 12 है आपके as per your dia requirement, you change it. As I think we have mentioned there that minimum it should be I think 10. So you see what is possible. Yeah, capability to launch 10 or more LM in salvo mode.
So in 5 meter by 1 meter, how many ever possible pods you can put? So that is the aspect
If
ratio
you
of
see
the.
the uploaded problem statement, we are looking forward that we load the rocket with at least with the 10 LMs, and then we launch it as per our requirement.
Okay.
Maybe we launch in a salvo mode, and we have more kind of a swarm of LM in an enemy area. That is absolutely us. We will handle it.
Okay. Yeah, definitely, sir. That is definitely doable, sir. But what we were assuming is we have to use the existing barrels which are used for Pinaka. Okay, that is not the case.
No. You have to develop
Yeah.
nothing. You have to
Yeah.
develop your own pod. You can change the
Own pod.
dimension of the pod. Only thing is that the exterior of the pod should be compatible with the interior of the launcher on which it will be mounted. And once it is mounted, and then if you have a rocket assistant, then maybe some modification to provide power to those LMs could be extended. And if it is electro-pneumatic, then some modification to place the those gas cylinder to generate. So
Yes.
that would be worked out how it can be done. Either it can be an outer platform through which it can be given, or some modification will be
Yes, sir.
considered.
I mean, we are talking about the exact system what we have already developed, sir. It is a similar thing, but yeah. I mean, you want to put it.
I will
You
not
want to
confuse
put the pod onto
myself.
your thing, sir.
Confuse myself. I'll see your
Yes, sir.
proposal once it comes.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
All right.
Yeah, and the fragmentation part, sir. When you say that the munition should be of 3 kg, even if it is a HE, what is the kill radius you're looking at, sir?
बताया ना मैंने 20 meter from point of impact.
20 meter per point. Sure. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I think
that's all from my side. Thank you.
Right. Is there anyone else who has got any question with respect to this problem statement?
All right, ma'am. I think we should conclude now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are done with all the outreaches, technical outreaches for Aditi and DISC 12. And thank you so much for joining us, sir. I will be taking now questions with respect to iDEX and application procedure. You can log off, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And I request whosoever has joined from Redon system, so please check your mail. I have mailed you, and I was trying to contact you.
Sure, ma'am. We could. We were in East Tech, so could not go through the email. But yeah, we joined a little late. So
Sure.
would it be possible to share the minutes, ma'am?
Would it be possible to share what?
Minutes of the meeting?
No. We will not be sharing any minutes of the meeting. For this outreach, are you talking about?
Yes, for this outreach.
No. We will be
nothing like that.
uploading. We will be uploading this outreach on the YouTube channel, and maybe by day after tomorrow, I'll try my level best to get it uploaded day after tomorrow on our by day after tomorrow on our YouTube channel.
Ma'am, I'm from Redon only.
Yes.
Anjum Shahab is my name. Can we have the contact details of the nodal officer who was here?
I will be going back to the nodal officer to ask him whether he is comfortable in sharing his contact details, because we are not permitted to share contact details of a serving defense officer without his permission.
Yeah, because last time you had shared the contact details.
After his consent.
Yeah, because it will be important first to have the contact details so that we can write to him to clarify issues, because we definitely are going to.
I have shared the email ID of all the nodal officers that we discussed today, and specific to the contact number, I will have to check with him.
No. I'm not asking for contact number. Email. I'm asking for email ID.
Yes. So if you scroll on the chat, you can find the email address.
देखा हम बोले थे ना टीम बैठी है.
Okay, yes, tell me.
Okay, right, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else who has got any question or any query? Okay, so if we do not have any query or any doubt, extension I'm not aware of, and I don't have any news to. As soon as we come to know that there is some extension, we will come to know. And yeah, this was the last session. Yes, Ashutosh, please.
Ma'am, I'm an individual and I wanted to participate in this. So is there any kind of specific requirement for me, for an individual to apply?
No, there is no specific requirement. You just have to fulfill the criteria that, when you will be telling that what budget you are foreseeing and how you are going to arrange the matching contribution. So while you are proposing your solution, you must write that what you are foreseeing, because you are individual contributor or individual innovator. So just mention that how you are going to manage the matching contribution or matching contribution for the proposed problem against what you are proposing the solution.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, please tell me. I see one hand raised from Martin, if I pronounce it correct. Okay, so if there are no more doubts, I wish you all the best for the application, and I hope to see lots of applications, and we will meet again during HPSC. Thank you so much for joining all the sessions, and all these videos will be uploaded into our channel. Yes, the last outreach session and this outreach session both are recorded absolutely well, and initial outreaches were not being recorded because of some technical issues, but these two last outreaches will be uploaded on the YouTube channel. And if you have any suggestions to enhance our process or anything, they are most welcome. You have iDEX ID. You can tag my name. All the mails that have my name, they come to me eventually. So you can write to iDEX ID to me for any suggestions if you have for our process, the process. Thank you so much. All the best.